Breakfast today, every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Breakfast today, every day.
Every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hello, Ghana. I introduce you to the #1 combined harvesters in the whole universe, the World Combined Harvester. World Combined Harvesters are very efficient and drastically reduce post-harvest losses. It's cost-effective with low operating expenses, easy and comfortable to operate. Works well both on wet land as well as dry land. World Combined Harvesters come with automatic gear drive, diesel-powered engines, 1.77 cubic meter grain storage tanks, 2.2 meter cutting width, 360-degree unloading pipe, and a sunshade. World Combined Harvesters are best suited for crops such as rice, corn, wheat, and soybean. To buy or hire a World Combined Harvester, kindly call the sole distributor, CAM Trading and Farms Limited, on 0546 372014 or 0278 223811. I repeat, 0546 372014 or 0278 223811. World Combined Harvesters, your #1 combined harvester in the whole wide. It's the Anti-Imperialist Week of Struggle. Hello there. The Socialist Forum of Ghana, SFG, will join progressive forces around the world to celebrate the Anti-Imperialist Week of Struggle from Monday, the 5th of October to Saturday, the 10th of October, 2020. The week will kickstart with poetry recitals of a musical concert at the studios of Pan-African Television in Abelenkpe on Monday, the 5th of October at 6 p.m. featuring the Freedom Band and renowned poet Oswald Okaite. On Wednesday, the 7th of October, a television discussion on the theme Manifestation of Imperialism in West Africa will be led by Comrade Kwesi Pratt Jr., member of the Standing Committee of the Socialist Forum of Ghana, from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And on Thursday, the 8th of October 2020, His Excellency Pedro Luis Gonzalez, the Cuban ambassador to Ghana, will be speaking on the topic, the life and ideals of Ernesto Che Guevara, at a public forum on the premises of Pan-African Television at exactly 4:30 p.m. All comrades and the general public are cordially invited. Anti-Imperialist Week of Struggle.
Welcome back from that commercial break. If you just joined us, you're watching Good Morning Africa on your #1 station, Pan-African Television. Let me again say a big thank you to all our viewers across the length and breadth of this country. Yesterday, I was in Tema Newtown and I was overwhelmed by the show of love and support for the station. I was very excited about it. So thank you, all of you. Those that I met yesterday, thank you very much for watching Pan-African Television. And, I had packed and I was standing by my car, and then The man came and said, that's why you are not on air this morning. I'm like, okay. So thank you very much. And to all the other viewers across the other regions, thank you very, very kindly for choosing Pan-African Television. Well, I've been joined in the studios by Comrade Bernard Mona, who is the incoming MP for Nadoli Kalio constituency. And I've decided not to call him by his previous title because I think that we are forging ahead. He is now the parliamentary candidate for the PNC in Nadoli Kalio constituency. And like I said, with our widow's might, we will push him to get to Parliament House. And Sabo is here. Good morning to you, Sabo. And I love what you're wearing, by the way. Thank you. Look, I saw your picture on Facebook. You are with a group of people, and I said, that's my man. That's my man.
Home will always be home.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And then this one too, I think there's a lot of talent in Tamale. I at least expected the quality of sewing.
Yeah.
That very young person. I mean, he's doing. This is just one of his numerous designs that he has. And you can see that this one is not like being copied from somebody. It's something his own creation.
Novel.
And that is what, I mean, we need in
I think the only thing he missed was General. He should have just added General Sabu.
I don't want to be hunted.
Oh, you'll be hunted. You'll be hunted. And Bernard, good morning. You know,
I don't know why Sabu chose to attack the people of Tamale. People there are geniuses. They are brilliant. You know that. The fact that even you are a product of that environment should tell you that there are super people there.
So what did I say?
I think there's no denying that.
No. Even Sabo comes from that background. So how can Sabo expect that the people are not genius? There are abundance, there are lots of people. Okay. Keep quiet.
Yeah. Because he knows that when you will never go down without a fight.
When you were talking, I kept quiet. I listened to you now. I'm just... Are you going out from?
That debate was hilarious. Anyways, let me just
I think that, look, I said this. If you watch me on the 3 sports debate, I said that in 1989, for instance, I ran 100 meters, 9.20 seconds in Sankana. 1989. Now, 2008, whilst I was in Berlin, Usain Bolt came and ran 100 meters, 9.58 seconds, and was adjudged the world's fastest runner. That is 38 seconds behind my 9.20. And yet he was adjudged the best or the fastest runner in the world. He earned millions of dollars. I think in that race alone, he earned over $6 million just for that race. My talent and the record by now is even rotten, or ants have eaten it in Sankana. So a lot of talent abound in our rural communities. You understand? Our inability to harness them and process them for national and international assignment is the reason for which we are suffering. Look at this young lady, Bisa. What's the name? Is it Hannah Bisa? No, the young girl, the athlete. Yes. Somebody just saw her and then brought her, and then she went straight to Olympic Games to go and win medals for us. You understand?
She ran 10,000.
She ran 10,000 and she came. She won gold for us. So clearly there is a lot of talents out there, and it is important that we should go hunting for them. And as we identify them, and that's why I keep saying that, look, our success is not in our classroom education alone. Okay, as a nation, it is not all of us that can profit from the ink of the pen or from the content of a book. Some of them will do what Sabo is trying to describe today. Some of them will use their feet. Some of them will use all manner of things, even voice. If Bob Marley is such an international celebrated figure, what did he do? Yeah. It was because of his voice and the quality of the message he was giving. And so, for me, our national development and upliftment cannot reside in the number of big words we can use in a day.
Thank you very, 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 very much, Bernard Mona. And let me quickly take you through the topics before we ask Bernard a few questions before we delve deeper into the substantive issues here.
I expected questions.
Yeah, I will ask you questions. ECOWAS hints at removing.
Bad from asking questions.
ECOWAS hints at removing sanctions against Mali. And Daily Graphic reported that particular African story, which is on page 5 of Daily Graphic. COVID-19 minority accuses government of massive rip-off. The Insight reported that Mahama is new Archbishop of Promises, Vice President Baumia. You have bad records of Usam Pofutu Baumia, Line Social Cancellation, Suicidal, GS Director, General Cautions, Daily Graphic Newspaper. What is also very significant on the front page of the Inside newspaper is the rebirth of Koa FX as Koa Mixture. And when I went for that particular occasion, they were mentioning you a lot. I think somebody who was closer to the man was mentioning you, said Bernard spoke for them, and mentioned Kwame Pratt as well. So I'm very excited about it.
I take it, and I can tell you that probably I am active in many of my things, because even my little boy that you know, at one point in time when they said that Koa's FS had a problem, he was like, Daddy, so I cannot get it to take again, because he used to fall sick frequently. But when he started taking the Koa FS, you just warm water and put a drop on it in the morning and take. After 30 minutes you can eat, and you do the same in the evening. And he had boosted his immune system so that he was good. So for him, there is no medicine bigger than the Koa FS. And all of a sudden, this Food and Drugs Board and what have you came up with this. So he was worried. But I can now go back and tell him that it is really
so the good news is that the relaunch also came with outdooring a very big factory in Asebu. So, and they didn't invite you. That's strange, because I saw a few political figures there. I saw the chairman of the MPP there, Freddie Blay. I saw Maxwell Kofi Juma. No, but you were still chairman at the time. Maxwell Kofi Juma was also there. Felix Ofosukwachi was there. A few other guys were there present. But congratulations to Professor Duncan. Well, now he's Professor Duncan on that beautiful organized launch on, what was this? On Wednesday, yes. Bernard, what happened? I've been seeing your name on social media. I've been seeing your name on other tabloids. I've been hearing your name on radio and on TV. What happened?
Oh, Kwame. No, Kwame, let me start by, as usual, wishing the people of Nadoli Kaleo constituency strength. Most of them called me immediately after our Wednesday National Delegates Congress, and they were a little down. But unfortunately for majority of them, when they were calling, they couldn't get me, because soon from the UDS guest house, when I gave my consent. No, it was around the regional centers.
Oh, okay.
Because of COVID, we couldn't all gather at one place, so we did it across. So
you know by what margin?
Can I finish my song?
Okay, please.
So I moved from the UDS guest house straight to Aviation Social Center, where I play basketball and volleyball. So I was not attending to my phone. So I was playing, and indeed, some chiefs called me, and my paramount chief called me, and he couldn't get me. So he himself took his car and started looking for me, thinking that I was, only to call and was told that I was at Aviation Social Center. So he came there with the Queen Mother, and then they found that I was rather playing my game unconcerned. So he said, after the game, he just took me and said we should go home. So we had some dinner that night, and then I went home. So I want to tell them that I'm strong, I'm coming back, now energized, and probably I will not have any diversion of time, because hitherto I'll be in the constituency, and sometimes when they needed me most, I have to jump to Accra to come and do national assignment. So this time probably you will not be seeing me as frequent as often on your show, but that will mean that I am largely at the constituency level. I will want you to come there. In fact, it should be nice for you to host the show one time from the constituency. So I wish everybody, and that hopefully next week I will be at home, and then we'll eat together and we'll work together. Let me also take the moment to welcome my brother with his goatee beard from Tamale. I understand that he arrived this morning, but still found the energy to be here. If AB is listening, or the wife is listening, that as usual he is here late. Kwame, nothing happened. It was a National Delegates Congress, and there was a contest. And in the contest, I didn't come up tops. The person who came up top is Alhaji, Alhaji Moses Daniba. And so in terms of the national chairmanship. But for me, I was relieved. I was relieved in so many ways, and Sabo and all of you can attest to this, that for several attempts to get our party to go to National Delegates Congress was frustrated. And I started this. You know, anytime I move that we should put together to go to National Delegates Congress, the leader of the party will come and issue counter statement, and then we'll stall. So to push the party to get to Congress so that we can prepare ourselves for election 2020 was a Herculean task. My concentration and my resources was on how we will be able to deliver the party, because I just couldn't see that under my tenure as chairman, the party will not do a National Delegates Congress, and that we will not elect leadership to lead the party to the next level of elections. So it was my worry. So throughout, most of the regional executives will tell you I have to be looking for resources, and when I get resources, I have to push it to the regions so to enable them do the constituency conferences. And so this was what was happening. So we did the constituency conferences. Soon after, we had to continue with the regional conferences, because you needed to complete at least these phases before you can do National Delegates Congress. The last regional conference was concluded 2 days to the National Delegates Congress. You understand? And so we did that. And eventually, I am excited that we successfully did the National Delegates Congress. There's a new leadership in place, and hopefully they should be able to lead the party to election 2020 and assure some victory of some sorts for us. So the elections was done in the regional centers. It was a difficult one, I must admit, because as I got to the Congress ground at the UDS guest house where the Greater Accra Congress was taking place, and I you know, the headquarters was also voting there. The intention was that after I have given my speech, I will move to Kumasi to go and see what was happening there, and probably drive to Techiman to see what was happening there, and come back enough to come and meet the closing part, because the results were to be collated at the UDS guest house. I couldn't, because you got to the Greater Accra and there was trouble. Resources given to them to do the Congress was inadequate. The regional executives were under siege by the constituency executives, and there was chance, no allowance, no vote, and all that. It was not until I started to give my speech that the place toned down. But when the ambassador went to go and give his speech, it was interrupted by we will not vote, no allowance, no Congress, and all that. It was just chaotic. And of course, after that, those who had money will go and gank constituencies, and then my resources was used to support the congresses to come. So it was difficult and tight at that time to want to even go and talk to anybody. And when people come and call you and said, Chairman, we are ready for you to come and talk, and I said, no. Anything that I have asked your original executives, I have given to them. I can't do otherwise. The environment was such that I couldn't stay there for long. So I just moved to my Owusu place, and then I was there. We started collating the results. First results I got was from Upper West, where I got 80 and Moses got 68. It's understandable because the two of us come from the Upper West region. So it was a difficult thing, a balance. Second results I got was from Savannah, 50-47 in my favor. Then the third results that I got came from Upper East. Moses got 151 and I got 57. So it just eroded all the gains that I got. The northern region came. I got 154 and Moses got about 30 something. Again, so you see how the thing was flipping. At a point, Moses was leading us with about 78 votes. Then all of a sudden, Greater Accra came and we swallowed Moses again. But Western and Western North came, and then they gave him the advantage over us. So I was collating because I was taking the feed from all the regions and telling my people to now input it. So when I got the last region and noticed that we had lost, I got up and said they should let us go to the Congress ground. They said, no, we are waiting for the last region. I said, don't worry. Whether there is last region or not, let's go. Because if I are giving them the feed, majority of them will not go with me. So all of us got there. When we got there, I walked straight and went and congratulated Moses. And I said, your tactics worked and I wish you well. And, you know, people who won started crying. majority of the people who once started crying. Then I said, why? The party had given me opportunity as national youth organizer. I worked as general secretary for 2 terms. It gave me opportunity as national chairman and affectionately called the youngest national chairman. Today, they say that they want to try another person. How can that be a worry to me?
But which other people won? How about my friend Owusu Shak?
Owusu went uncontested. So
okay. And how about my friend, the one who normally sits in for this?
Desmond couldn't win. Wow. Desmond couldn't win. You know, Mark Akon win. Owusu won. I said Mark win. Mark won. Hidayah won. Farudin. Jacob Amako, Henry Asante.
Who are those guys? I don't know them.
Yeah, they are all there.
I see.
You see, what I keep telling them, and since yesterday when I was called by the media, I said, why are you calling me? Give opportunity to the new leadership. You understand? And probably I was overshadowing a lot of the people in the party. And so now that I am no more there, it is an opportunity for many of them to now rise up and to showcase to the world their talent and their capacities. And so I urge the media, and I urge you too, that start giving the new leadership the opportunity to work. You know,
we give them the opportunity, but we will invite you as a parliamentary candidate.
Let me tell you something, Sabu. If you are an avid follower of sports and football, my candid opinion is that the Black Star squad of 1992 is the best team that Ghana has produced.
Oh yes, that's in Ghana 92.
You understand? That squad is the best team Ghana has ever produced. You had the Abedi Peles, the Tony Yeboahs, the Tony Bafo, Safu Jamfis, the fantastic and solid team from all around. They never took us to the World Cup.
Absolutely.
You understand? It came and it took the Stephen Appiahs, whose standard up to today, when I compare, is not even a quarter of the 1992 squad. But hey, when destiny falls on you that you will be the one to lead people to the promised land, it will be. So I did my utmost. I couldn't lead the party to where I could lead it. It is now on Moses Daniba, and I hope and I pray that they will succeed. I told them that where I fail, they should succeed.
All right.
Where I succeeded, they should expand and escalate that front. And that is the spirit with which I am a member of the PNC. I'll continue to be a member of the PNC.
Thank you very much.
And I'll put in my all to ensure that the presidential candidates and then everybody that...
Let's win the seat first.
Maybe Sabo want to say something, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah.
Let me just say something small, Kwame. Let me take the opportunity to say good morning to our cherished viewers. Good morning to the good people of Tamale, especially Chanle and Gumbini and Lamakara, Zegbeli and Ababu. It's a very wonderful, experience that I've had. And I need not to be told that come 7th December, Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, who is affectionately called Dr. Barhama Anyas, will win overwhelmingly. It's very unfortunate. My brother is sinking. He's sinking in Tamale Central. And it is very clear. And there are places in Tamale that I even went to, and I was told that in the last election, no MPP person could have come there. But this time they are changing. Having said that, let me also come to Banamana's decision. The decentralized nature of the election could have also caused him much. Because as a chairman, when you all gather, you have a grip of the delegates and the rest. But when there are others who want to play against you, and then, so it is so easy. Because you are not there for them to even, be timid or try to hide. Now they can come out openly because you are not there. And other distance. Quite apart from that also, I also find it difficult when he was talking about resources. That one there I disagree with too. Because once it is decentralized, you are not there for them to even to request for something. So it's natural. You are not
but
there.
For the preparation and the organization of
let me come. I understand his difficulties. No, let me come. I understand your difficulties. He said that the little resource that he had as a chairman of the party, he used that resource to organize the conference. How are you getting me? Which is understandable, which is very clear. But for the delegates to be expecting something from you and the rest, and I'm saying that most of the places, you were not there in person. Out of 16
polling centers. You were only at one place. So the other 15 polling centers, that condition shouldn't arise. So that one will not be the reason why you were defeated. I don't know where you are getting my point. Yes, but the earlier statement could have been the reason why he was defeated. And having said that, I think it's also a lesson to all of us. And when we get leadership position, I mean, the way and manner we should also handle it. I've not forgotten of my own distance. Hey. You know, it's just similar, of course.
I've forgotten that.
Yes. No, I started it first, so you should come for counseling.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I've seen him.
No, but he's not finished. But let me point out the issue. Sabo, one thing you don't know, I mean, this is delegates conference. So, when people with resources are moving or they have stationed people in other areas, okay, and they are giving them money, or they are telling you, I promise you this, I promise you this, I promise you this, and people are expecting you. For instance, at one point in time, there was a call, and rightly so. The call came and said that I was in Techiman, okay, and many people started running to look for me. You understand? Once they said I was in Techiman, people like, oh, so Chairman is here, and where is he hiding? So they start calling you, and you know, because you are not around, everything is said about you, and you can't deflate it, to the extent that even the regional secretary of the party said, Chairman, there is news everywhere that you are here, so where are you? And I said, no, I am still at the UDS guest house. In fact, I had just barely finished delivering my opening statement when it was everywhere that I was in Techiman. So some of these things happen, but like I have said,
Kwame, talk of opening this thing. In fact, my report as a regional secretary, I was made to read it to MTCs.
Interesting.
I'm telling you. So in the event, what I'm saying is that, look, I wish the new executives the best. Somebody called me and said, your people, they were rich. I said, yes. This time round, rich people have taken over the party. So money
shouldn't be an issue.
Money will flow like water. The constituencies will be resourced. They will do their work. Because, you see, when people saw what was happening on Congress Day, they were like, what? And I said, yes, this is how it should be. There is money. So let it flow, not only for the delegates conference, but let it also flow in the main elections. And let us win. When we win, we will be in affairs to determine the destiny of our nation. Finally, Kwame, I just think that my voice, as I've stated, cannot be silenced because I lost an election. This time, I am a free man.
A free agent.
You know, most of the things that I used to do, you notice that at some point I'll get to this studio and you say, is that the position of the party or it is your position? It was difficult to disentangle your personal views on most national and international issues. Because you're doing it and the leader of your party is on the other end saying, no, this is not the position of the party. So it restricted you so much that you could not go full length. This time around, I am not the leader or the chairman of the party. So in doing the things that I want to do, I will do them to the maximum.
But be mindful of the constitution of your party. You are still a member of the party. Not to also get yourself.
I will not mind if my actions will lead the party to want to dismiss me. Don't forget that Roku Brobe was dismissed and readmitted to the party, and he said they should extend the
for
dismissal.
You, there will not be readmission. So
no problem. He said they should admit him. Oh, if they don't admit him, I will join you. Or you don't want me.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
That's why you like.
Oh, it's about numbers. So we need you.
That's why you like. So I'm not worried. I'm going to do the things I want to do. I will magnify my activism in a manner that I'm sure most people will now get to understand the full Bernard Mona and not the limited Bernard Mona.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Honorable.
Yes, sir.
How are we?
By the grace of
You look very quiet and dull this morning. What's going on?
He has come late.
Did you hear Bernard bashing you?
Bernard was bashing me.
No, not bashing you negatively.
Yeah.
He said if your wife is watching, your wife should tell you that you are late.
Very unusual traffic.
Where?
Coming from Achimota.
No, that place.
All the way from the distance.
That place, yeah.
That's the road I use every day.
You have no alternative.
You have an alternative.
The alternative is to the alternative is to borrow Baumia's drones.
I wish maybe I can make an application for the drone.
There is no alternative
As an essential item for an Africa TV. I've seen somebody say you can put that.
I disagree with you. The drones are not for lifting people.
Yes.
The drones are for essential medical
Supplies.
And the important
messages. Maybe we'll consider this as an essential.
At least I can grab the message and let the drone deliver while I'm sitting on my way. Very good morning, good self.
Yes, sir.
To Comrade Benamona, to Sabo, to the good people of Pan Africa, all the viewers and the Brichina people of the Sanarugo constituency.
Have you seen the description given to Bernard after his loss?
By who?
By Daily Guide.
The what?
PAC bounces Bernard Bona.
No. There was another one.
PAC bounces.
That
bounced the visa.
Yes, but Bernard Bona kicked out of PNC. I'm a member of the PNC.
If somebody doesn't like you, your enemy doesn't like you, and you are even swimming, you say you are generating dust.
But
So
it's not always your enemy will not like you. You may have someone who's not an enemy, but
in
just
this
your
particular
If somebody doesn't like you,
the silence of my friends.
Why?
It was
Doesn't
the
like you.
loud silence of my friends.
Somebody who doesn't like you,
Listen to the loud silence of my friends.
yes.
That is part of what happened.
Yes.
The loud silence of my friends.
So I want to.
Some of them are so in a position
Loudly silent.
to the extent that they can't even call to say, "Oh, Bernard, we are with you," because they know the role they played.
Let me say up an issue that.
But I hold no grudges.
I want to congratulate Bernard Mona. Some congratulations are not deserved for those who just win. But somebody, especially of his caliber, who has more than paid his dues to his party. He has more than served his party. He has more than stood up for the dignity of the PNC. And his stewardship will bear. Kwame, I've always said that, you see, you don't realize the importance of your buttocks until there's a boil on it.
But today, this is your proverb, my big brother. It will rather haunt you. Because per his distance, you people, in fact, he has been a friend to NDC.
So you let Honorable finish.
Know the kind of contribution NDC as a party also did to make sure.
What did you do as my brother and my friend?
No, you are my. Of course, I wish.
See, they say that you must remove the log.
No. For me,
let's not go there.
I seem to agree.
I just want to say,
I seem to agree with Sabo.
So I should keep quiet.
But you had a big problem.
I seem to say that but let Honorable make his point.
You see, the master.
But what the Honorable says, I agree with
you. See, no. Before you agree with me, you must not run away from collective responsibility. Yes, he's a friend of only a brother. So what did he do?
We are sitting down.
What did he do for Bernard?
No. But the truth.
So I'm just saying that it's a collective responsibility. Don't be in a hurry to absorb yourself.
I wish him well.
You think you buy, you go to the market with muff. You go to the market with your muff.
Honorable, would you disagree with what Sabo just said?
So I'm
this
just
is not a fact.
But let the man make his point.
Listen to me. That is why I said I issue the issue collective.
You people want him to say yes.
Predicating his argument on the basis
You don't understand.
of collective responsibility.
No. We need to. He's in a hurry first to absorb himself.
But why did he?
Yes,
Because
I'm saying that. See, that is dishonest. Because in the first case, you must not absorb yourself. You must see yourself as part of the collective difficulty. Like all of us.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have gotten to that point if his friends had discharged.
Including me here.
I agree with him. I am limited in resources.
Absolutely.
Yes, by your party, you as a party.
I'm saying that. You see, they say even a fingernail is important in a fight. Even a fingernail. So even when you give somebody 5 cedis, and the person says that, oh, thank you, God bless you, there's dignity in that 5 CDs. You can do something.
But I know 5
So you that's what I'm saying. That let's not go there.
No,
I say that ab initio, and that's why I'm saying that the monetization of our politics, especially at delegates congresses, where money plays a crucial role, sometimes not decisive, but a crucial role in determining the outcome of contests. Kwame, must be worrying for anybody who is a well-wisher of the democratic process in our country. Because you see, fine, it cannot be done now, but at congresses where you have a few delegates, when the numbers are large, say like in a constituency, that one is a futile exercise. If you bring your money, don't chop it, you won't get anywhere. But it is when you have a limited number of people gathering, converging at stated specific places and functioning as delegates, and that becomes an incentive to determine who has the capacity and competence to run a party.
But what I say does not fit into a situation. This was a national election, and it comprises of all constituency officers. So you
is that not a delegates congress?
275 by how many do you have in your constituency?
Which one?
Your constituency officers.
It was a delegates congress.
Huh? 14.
14. So multiply 14 by 275.
I'm just indicating to you, it's a delegates congress.
No, but you were talking of if the number is limited, then that's where
the number is limited.
No, the number is not limited.
Even if you have 5,000,
constituency,
you have 10,000. It's limited.
No.
Why?
It's not limited.
No, comparing that with what NDC did back in the day, right? Because you expanded.
Yes, and I'm even indicated that it's limited when you compare it to a constituency, when you compare it to a national election.
That is where I'm not getting you.
No. This is even the first time, because in all the conferences we've held, it was our decision that we should expand the National Delegates Congress. So it used to be 5 from each constituency. Yes. And I said that, look, it was discriminated because you neglected the deputies and some of the officers. So sometimes it had to be the constituency chairman determined that, okay, I like your face, so you go to Congress. So this time we made it that all executives.
So was it large or
so it was large.
So that's large.
Comparatively, it was large.
But it's not large.
No. But when I look at,
let's listen.
No, can I make this? But when I look at what is happening, because we are scaling up, but the MPP and NDC in terms of numbers is far, because they are talking about.
So
you understand? Because they are talking about
if you have
100,000, and we are just talking about 4,000.
I'm saying that because of the relatively smaller numbers.
Because you do constitute police stations.
Yeah.
Can you go around the country and give every Ghanaian money?
No, you can't.
Can you?
No.
So in a national election, you can't do that. So that's the in the constituency.
I still don't get
like in my constituency, we are registered over 51,000. Can you go and bribe all the 51,000? No, or can you go and bribe all the 30?
This is different.
So I'm just giving you that because of the specificity of the thing and the limited nature of the people who are functioning as delegates, it's possible to use money as an influence peddling.
Kwame,
problem here.
I'll come to you.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just indicating that clearly doesn't augur well. He himself talking plenty. What happened? What happened to him? Ask him. Today he's shouting. Today for the Monday. He himself.
We are not discussing
your issue is included. Right.
Alaji has decided to include it.
But it is because of those who have died that we remember the sick people today.
But honorable, the truth is that he didn't have friends in the
exactly.
Or in the
exactly.
Which one?
This man.
He didn't have friends.
This man. Do you know what he said?
Yes.
He said the loud silence of his friends.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Contributed to his.
That's why I started from his friends. Those of us who are here first as his friends.
Not in the friends as in.
I'm coming.
Individual responsibility.
No, I'm saying friends. Are we not his friends?
Kwame.
But yes,
including Kwame.
Yes.
Who deliberately ignored the fact that I was having a congress and went for Koa FSA program.
You see, Kwame, that's why it's easier for people to extricate themselves as not part of the responsibility. I'm saying that when we are judging what has happened to Benamano in terms of the lack of support for him to have gone into the election, all of us are guilty. Me 13, you are guilty.
Yes, in fact, you should be.
You are guilty.
You should be.
Yes, it's my brother and a condo. I'm guilty. I will not be the first to pronounce myself innocent.
Sam, hold on. Let me ask you one. Why are you guilty?
Let me come in.
Hold on, why are you guilty?
Because I had a duty to lend him some support to the best of my ability.
So
I couldn't do it.
Why couldn't you do it?
Yeah, because there are many reasons why, including myself. I'm struggling with so many things in my constituency at the moment.
Your constituency there,
but
you have issues.
struggling in terms of the fact that there are developmental needs. Kwame, as we speak there, I'm doing roads. I'm extending water. I'm providing houses. I'm providing grinding mills. I'm doing developmental projects which the hopelessly incompetent government is not doing. Okay? Responsibilities that government is supposed to do, they have reneged, they are not doing. So, Kwame, let me just give you an example. So because of that, it has imposed additional responsibilities that you ordinarily would not. So that if the resources were available,
but the party could have supported.
I should have been able to help.
When he was at the forefront,
let's make progress.
Yeah, we are making progress. But when he was at the forefront of the struggle against the registration of the voter register and all of that,
it was not for.
I'm not saying it was for. No.
So that's the point I was coming to make. And you
allow me the opportunity to come.
Inter-party resistance against the new voters register.
That was a progressive front.
It was a progressive front.
Yes,
but let's be fair. In this country, which political parties are the dominating ones?
I'm just indicating to you that I'm indicating to you.
Let's see. Okay, let him land. Then I'll come to you. Let him land. Honorable.
What are you saying?
He has given me the chance.
I can't
talk. Let me start.
You know, we are wearing a military desire.
So yes,
you were speaking. I was here. I didn't say.
Let's set the record straight for the benefit of our viewers. With regards to the numbers that was talking limited, we have an electoral college in all kind of exercise of this kind. How do you get to me? He was actually relating it to the total number of registered voters in the constituency. Total number of voters in the constituency does not actually mean that once you have registered, an exercise of this nature is there, you can take part in it. Even card-bearing members of the party do not have the right. No, let me come. That's why I said that. How many executives do they have in a constituency? Because I was limiting the argument to the electoral college. They form the electoral college. So he said 14. And I said multiply 14 by 275. Then we have council of elders, we have patrons, we have
regional executives,
we have former past national executives and the rest. All these people, add up to the number.
All we had about 4,000.
So I just said that. No. Plus or minus. Give me 5,000. 5,000
to let you
it's easier to inflate
clarity
among 5,000 people than to give the whole
appreciate what I was.
That's the point.
So that is not limited.
We can influence.
It's limited.
Oh, yeah. It's limited.
Yes.
It's limited.
Yes. In this particular context.
Yes.
You are not getting me.
No, I get your argument, which is also true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. My is even much better because he was actually,
for instance,
he was actually comparing the national one.
All of you.
He was comparing the national one to the constituency one, and trying to say that the constituency one is very large. How do you getting me? But from where I sit and the kind of this thing I've done at the constituency level, all this while, constituency one is rather much easier to manage than the national election, because like he was saying,
no problem.
Until COVID-19, they used to transport all these people to a center.
Yeah,
that one alone is not a small thing, and he being the chairman, it would have landed on him.
I'm sure the point he's making that even makes his point.
Accommodation also normally.
Because
quite apart from that, he just said something that we are incompetent, the rules and what. Let me come. MPP is just 4 years. Your party was in power for 8 good years, part of which you were deputy minister, regional minister. And these rules were there. They did not come from heaven.
I can tell you the rules that were done.
What did you do?
If you want, I can list the rules that were done.
That got this rule.
If he wants us to go there,
let you know.
If he wants us to go there,
I went to assemble. In fact, it is lateral.
But he's not a road minister. He's only
his power was.
We are all part of good years. We are all part.
What did they do?
We are all part.
He wants to hear what we have done. Let me tell you what we have done. Let me tell you
I
what
want
we
to
have
say.
done. I'm going to tell you what we have done.
Hold on.
I'm going to tell you what we have done
against your own brother.
No, I'm going to tell you what we have done. All the roads, especially any third road you see, was done by NDC.
Which one?
Number one, the one in front of the palace.
The palace.
Yes.
Oh, he's been there for a long time.
When? Which long time? When was it done?
You are referring to TMDs, not MDs.
What, you see? I'm saying you don't even know the process. You don't even know.
It's been there for a
I
long
was
time.
going to listen to you. You said what we have done. I'm going to tell you what we have done.
Mahama is new Archbishop of Promises.
I haven't done.
We've not done it.
I've not even finished my.
Okay, finish your submission on Bernard and then we'll come to the Baumia calling Mahama the Archbishop.
Yeah, you see, so I'm just indicating that is a
Today you are not doing
troubling
African
event.
story.
But I want to take as Comrade Benamona that in fact, in spite of the collective failure of his friends, including all of us here, he should take solace in the strength. That because I was even looking at the vote, and I think it was about 30. And what was it first?
31.
31 votes. With all that was thrown against him, vehicles, money, bags, everything.
But it's not too late. People should help him.
I'm indicating that for me, he should take the overwhelming majority of people in the PSC on the ground, many of who are not delegates.
The only consolation they can give him is
Cherish.
to let him win. Then
that is why I'm saying that. That is why I'm saying that. So for us as friends, that was what I was coming to. I shaving you and you are touching you.
Sorry, I won't touch it.
You see, that's why I was saying
the
that.
best they can do for him to withdraw their candidate from that place. That's
So
the only thing they can do for him.
the best that us as friends now is to lend him the requisite level of support. You understand me?
When you are sourcing your
In the
candidate against
pursuit,
him.
and whatever it is important for us to get to the bottom and do what's up. Because I believe that at the end of the day,
No.
At the end of the day.
No matter. Look, it's just like giving him a basket to go and fetch water. Yes. What this kind of help. I'm telling you.
So I'm
best you
indicating
can
that.
do is
I
to
believe that
actually remove
on the
the
ground,
candidate. Withdraw your candidate.
there's
and let him
recognition for his presence in the constituency.
Whatever you do. will not
And so
help
I am
practice
indicating
it.
that as friend, you have what you can do for your friend.
Oh.
That when you didn't do it the other time, it must put a collective guilt on all of you to rise up. So Kwame, even you,
Look, they are just,
they must do better than you did
A
before.
bounden duty.
Yes,
they are in the
crying more than the grief.
You know what?
You see, I've been saying
That's what
something.
they are
Kwame,
just-
when you have your own funeral and an outsider comes and he weeps more than you, the bereaved, you should watch him. He's weeping more than the bereaved.
But this morning, like he's weeping more than
The weeping. All of a sudden,
But I'm not weeping.
You know,
if you ask him,
you know,
the MPP is contesting in this thing. If he goes to Dadoli, you will go and support his MPP candidate there and leave Benamona.
Oh yes.
Aha,
Oh,
look at him.
no.
Have you seen?
Listen.
Somebody who is here in
Benamona,
the studio weeping for him.
I'm a friend to him as a person, but not as a party.
That's what I'm saying. That
You, as a party, you are a friend to Benamona.
but the
And
person
and the candidate, they are a friend to the name of the
you see
party.
the contradiction. You see how he contradicting
you
himself.
are a friend to him as a person.
Because as a person, he doesn't want his
It is
progress.
this person
That is going for
to
the election.
contest.
So what are you talking about?
That person
You're contradicting yourself.
This person is
Sabo.
not going to contest as an independent.
It's not about
He's going
independent.
there as a PhD
It's not about that.
But
It's him. It's him as a person that you want. You know why his progress. You know if you want his progress. If you want
I am very
look,
smart.
if he wants his person as a, if he wants him as a person,
But
you should support him.
of course, in fact,
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you,
I like
gentlemen.
the gentleman.
Thank
very
you.
much. My man here is that NDC. In fact, no, Kwame.
No, that one I agree with you.
Kwaku Sindu, we did it for him. His own place, this man, Bugri and Debugri. We did it for him. There are so many people that who are friends to our party.
Yeah.
We allowed them. Even Honorable Abubakar Boniface, you know, he came as independent candidate, but because he was actually treated towards us, look at the opportunity that we give.
Now the
Tell
president
me,
says.
tell me, give one example.
Now the president says nobody should vote for an independent candidate.
No, definitely. It's already against the party for a party member to go and vote for an independent candidate.
Is it not against the
It's
party?
against the party.
Is it not against the party?
It is in our party
for you to impose candidates on people.
It is there.
Kwame, ask him. It is not against the party.
Article 4.
They have been touting themselves as consummate
no. It's already embedded in our party's constitution.
That they are consummate.
You cannot claim
they go and impose candidates on people.
Supported a different candidate.
Thank you.
Ask them.
Thank you.
Ask them. How many
already.
candidates do you prevent the people from contesting them?
Okay, thank you very much.
How many?
Thank you.
How many?
Thank you. Sabo,
Is it not against the principles of your party democratic process?
I want
impose
to
candidates.
let you go to Tabale again. Because
They can impose
this
candidates.
Tabale that you went to, you have become more aggressive.
Among the reasons why one of the key contributors why the MPP will lose many seats and go into the
Government position.
Don't go to that Apple position. They are already there.
I'm saying the imposition of people.
Yes, it's the imposition of candidates.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And they attempt to the use of money from the Flagstaff House to remove some candidates who were not seen to be closer to the president.
That's what is true.
Including the chairman of the committee. Including Sabo. I'm telling you. Including the chairman of the committee. Kwame, the chairman of the committee. The chairman of the finance committee. All those people, they use money from the finance. You remove them.
I'm afraid that you mentioned him. So
watch him. So he believes that money does the magic. I'm saying that no. I'm just indicating to you that a significant contribution from that in delegate Congress.
Thank you very much.
But not in the national or constituency election. That's why you are joking. It won't work.
Thank you. Watch him.
Watch him. my very good friend. He's my very good friend.
What is this?
He was whipping. They even gave him a destiny on his nose.
Oh,
and punch his
who did that?
His chief
agent. What's his
you know that time when he was contesting the deputy chief of staff.
Yeah.
They brought national security people. I'm sure we saw them on television.
What?
We also watch what happened on television.
What's his name again?
Watch him.
But even your name is not spared. Your own name is not spared.
Leave my name like that.
Let's make sure.
My good friend watch him. That's what they did to him.
But no, you know how I'm laughing. I remember the name from when they were contesting. My good friend watch him. That's just by the way. But Bernard, look, the loud silence of your friends, and I don't want to agree with something 100%. And I said friends.
Yes.
But I don't know why it is apostrophe S or S apostrophe.
Put it in the all of us.
Proper context.
Okay, his friends in NDC.
Thank you very much. That's it.
Friends.
Failed to support NDC.
Don't extricate yourself.
No, in NDC.
His friends.
He has to stand up.
If you are giving you support, wouldn't they have helped you? They are giving you 5 CDs.
Do you know what I like about Honorable Husseini? He's a very good communicator. So we found a way of bringing all of us into the frame.
But that is true.
We have defrauded ourselves from the frame.
Including myself. All of us are included. If you are giving him something, I'd give him something. Trouble, I'd give him something. It would have even taken.
I gave him something on air.
Yeah.
So me actually, I use my medium.
When the man didn't even know that Congress has taken place.
So let's
not until yesterday.
So it's a collective
but I am not a good man.
When you didn't even know that Congress has taken place.
But I as a Muslim, I've said it that as a Muslim, I know Allah Almighty has put a time and season to all things.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Bernard, and I'm happy about the spirit in which we are taking it. He will sooner than later be vindicated. It's the same thing when President Mahama said posterity will judge him. Today we are living witnesses. The man who came down and sat on he was sitting even on 3 branches. When they get to play, he can even sit on 3 branches. Today they are carrying a chair after him. There's a car carrying chair. He can't sit on 3 branches again. They are carrying pickers and shovel and chairs after him in vehicles.
But you see, he's been advised by his prophet.
His spiritual
always
carry a chair.
That will come.
Never in the
Kwame. I don't want to respond to this, but once you come in a house, no, let you come. The president, not the president.
Yeah. Is he the one carrying chair?
No, I'm coming. Our constitution. Wherever the president finds himself, that place become what?
His footstool.
No. Like in terms of security, wherever the president today, you people here. In fact, once somebody comes here trying to cut off people here, it's your property. You have evidence. But once the president enters here, you don't have authority as to who comes in and who goes out again. The state takes over because it becomes a security zone. Is that not it? So if what the president is to sit on is supposed to be secure, and then
don't justify.
I mean, it becomes an issue.
So when he's going to the UN,
with 3, which of it?
So when he's going to the UN, they'll put a chair.
With 3, did you visit 64 bench where you went to Tamale?
What?
64 bench.
What is it?
He doesn't
there's a place called 64 bench.
School him about Tamale.
Yeah.
64 bench.
Thank you.
I don't know 64
Okay.
bench.
Kuri Harun says that I should tell you to calm down and allow us to talk.
I should come down.
Yes, he said I should tell you. Kuri Harun.
I said I won't let someone go to Tamale again because he came back with too much fire.
He's going
Kuri, that he has said you.
to be involved in a futile fight.
But hold on,
they won't see light.
we've discussed the Admona for
Then
an
you
hour.
say you are going to give them, don't chop them.
Yes.
Get anything.
So we should proceed.
Tamale Central is a no-go area.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying that Mahama is
Get
the
it
new Archbishop of Promises. The Ghanaian Observer. I want to start with you, Bernard, please.
You should have started in fairness with Sabo. That's their man.
No, I want to start with Bernard.
Well, who's our man?
He is Bawumia. Is he not your man?
Please, Bernard.
Let me acknowledge
Muhammad
that.
being the new Archbishop.
Can I make?
Gentlemen, please, respectfully.
Who is saying that?
You should
Let me
tell us
start,
how you
let
Hold
me
on,
start
oh,
by acknowledging
yeah.
that Sabo came here this morning with Idrisu Salifu,
Yes,
affectionately
protocol.
called Protocol,
Who's that?
who used to be my Northern Regional Youth Organizer,
Oh, I see.
and suddenly has been consumed as an MPP.
He has defected.
I'm not sure
you
whether-
yourself, you are not spared.
I'm not sure whether it's a
Very soon
defection,
you
but
come.
he is an MPP.
Okay.
And he's working
A
with
very
Sabo in the same...
strong MPP, very strong.
And he's actually working with Sabo in the same office. This morning that I saw the two of them together, I'm sure they are going to agitate for their income.
Never.
Oh, it's
we
not
don't.
at all.
We don't have problem with that. At
He
all.
used to be very ardent for the party, and I was surprised that he left. I'm
You were
sure.
not surprised, or you were surprised that he left for.
I'm surprised that he left, but I'm convinced that as soon as the MPP leaves office, he will retrace his roots to come back to the PNC because we still want him. And I will plead.
But who told you he joined us for us?
Can I make my point?
No. I will not let.
The man was somebody for them to talk. We are talking again.
Now, what are you saying? That who told me that he joined you?
No, that he joined us in power.
Sabo was
It means that you don't understand.
let's proceed.
The man was the one communicating for Edward Man.
Let's proceed, please.
Or you forgotten in 2016.
Bernard, let's proceed, please.
So you don't even have the full facts. So
I don't know, mind. They said we should let. When it's my time, I'll talk about
you
this.
don't even know. So do shoe so that when I finish, then you can come and spew the things you don't know. So I just wanted to acknowledge Idrisu Protocol. Kwame,
Yes, sir.
Bawumia says what?
I said Mahama is the new Archbishop.
Archbishop of what?
Of Promises.
That is it.
I have said this, and today I will not mince words. The two brothers of ours, Bawumia or Mahmudu, and Dramani Mahama, are our two brothers. We appreciate the fact that they belong to different political parties. But where I come from, the two of them will serve as inspiration to young ones of us who want to aspire into national politics, whether we belong to their political parties or not. And so, when it appears that President Akufo-Addo is not even the one attacking his opposite number, often than not, it is the vice president who is very certain that if there is a debate, he's not going to face John Mahama. He is going to face Jane Nana Opoku. So if there is a debate, that debate will involve Bawumia and Jane Nana. And Akufo-Addo.
In what field?
And Akufo-Addo and Mahama will also engage in a debate. That is at the level. But it appears that anytime Mahama does something, it is Bawumia that is used to come and make fun of it. I have told Mahama before, and I've told Bawumia too before, that it is not a good example for we of the northern extraction. But if they choose to do so, we will choose to also get involved in it.
Nice.
And at the end of the day, it will not smear a good picture, but maybe a negative picture. So who was the previous Archbishop of Promises?
He has been re-elected, John Dramani Mahama.
No. He says that Mahama is new Archbishop of Promises. So who was the previous?
Atta Mills.
I hope you understand. Who was the previous Archbishop of Promises?
Atta Mills.
Can I?
I know you asked a question.
But it's a rhetorical
So when
question.
you went to school, you don't understand rhetoric.
It's a rhetorical question. Bernard, please. Let's not change your. Let's not truncate your chain of thought. I like the line of submission. So submit to us.
No, I told you this morning that after watching, that would have even been worse. After watching Donald Trump's debate.
Yeah, that's the strategy they want to use to always interject. Bernard, please proceed.
That's MPP strategy. They say if you can't confuse.
Oh, where?
So, the current Archbishop of Promises is who?
He said Mahama, new.
You understand? So, in my honest view, this is to vindicate Mahama that he is now coming into the fold with promises. But he, Bawumia, and President Nana Akufo-Addo have been the landlords of promises to the people of Ghana. And if promises are not good, then Bawumia should come out immediately with an apology. That look, indeed, don't follow Mahama's promises because we promised and we failed to deliver on our promises. In view of that, I can assure you that the promises Mahama is making are not deliverable because we were the kingpins of promises and we delivered no promise. Is that what Bawumia is telling us? And what is it that is difficult about some of the things that I'm hearing the NDC wants to do? That they are going to legislate on Okada and regulate it. In my opinion, it's not a difficult thing. In any case, they thought at the inception of the Okada business that it was inimical and they legislated against its operation in this country. Today, after consultation, and Kwame, I have come here many times on Okada, not so?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I take my car, and you've seen me come here with Okada. I take my car, come and lock up around Shiashi. If you take the Legon stretch, you come and lock up. And if I see that, no, it is already 7:40, and I cannot scale that traffic from the Okponglo to the Legon junction, I simply park on the pavement, I let a police officer, and I jump on the nearest motorbike so that I can make the program. I have done this on Joy FM, on GTV, on many other stations. And I think that it has saved me, even as there is risk to it. So if you want to regulate Okada, put insurance and other things, and ensure that the people can be tracked and all that, as we are doing for Uber and Bolt and what have you, that, in my opinion, it is a better way. So I don't think that this one will even involve money. It's a promise that I believe is deliverable if John Mahama or when John Mahama is elected. So if on such a promise he becomes the new Archbishop and not the new Chief Imam or the new Amir, why not? And who says that Archbishops are just for promises? If you read deeper into it, the Archbishops will also start having problems with the fact that you are saying that they go and preach some things that they are not able to do. And so in terms of, yes, it makes good sound bite. But if you go into it, the Christian community will not be excited that you are tagging their top echelons as they speak and they deliver zero. That thing alone can affect you. You know, in politics, a word has its own ramifications on you. And so I just want to say that, look, Bawumia and Nana Akufo-Addo promised us everything. Indeed, they promised us one village, one dump. They promised us $1 million per constituency every year. And this Bawumia was elated in Bunkpugu when he was on the platform and saying that 2016, 1 million, the equivalent of 5 million. And in those days, he used to say 400 million Ghana cedis. And then the crowd was so excited that when he got to 2017, he just said 2017, then they mentioned $1 million. 2018, $1 million. 2019, $1 million. 2020. It didn't take long in 2019 for the minister responsible for the $1 million to admit that they did not pay 2017, they did not pay 2018. And when they asked them why, they said they are now going to ensure that they implement it in 2020. And so when they asked Howard Kumsin said the previous year's $1 million had expired. Then I said, cedis doesn't even expire, let alone dollars. So you bring the expired money to them and see whether they will not be able to utilize it. So money doesn't expire. It's $1 million, so deliver. This was money that was supposed to be used for the peculiar needs of the constituencies. And the central government was not going to take control. The new trend is that you go and buy ambulances and say that it's part of the $1 million. So how does that feed into your own conclusion at the time that, look, you give this to the constituencies to identify their own peculiar needs? We say that you go and build toilets in the communities and say that it's part of the $1 million. So the communities and the constituencies now don't have a hand in determining what is useful for them. So I can understand when the vice president comes to say that, look, we promised, we failed. So don't listen to President Mahama when he's out there promising. Is that what the vice president is telling us? I think that there must be decorum, even as politics is an aggressive thing, that our leaders should not be the one pushing out. So, well, archbishops and the Christian fraternity, take note that you have been tagged as very dangerous when you come to the pulpit to say some things and you go back and you are not able to do it. That is the implication. That is one. Number two, that Baumia and his president, or our president, have been promising all these years and that they have delivered none. So it is time not to listen to promises. Is that what we are saying? But the vice president delivered a manifesto. Not so. Every manifesto is a wish list. And a wish list is about promising what you want to deliver. So if you should not promise, why then did you come to outdoor a manifesto telling us what you intend to do? An intention to do something and how to do it is a promise to the people. Because it is based on that the people will determine whether they will vote for you or not. So Mahama says that they are going to bring in primary health care, free primary health care. It is for us to determine whether it is good or not. In fact, after next week when we have filed our presidential nominations, we will also outdoor our manifesto, promising to the people of Ghana what we can do aside that of the NDC and the NPP. And
APC did this.
You understand? No, we cannot do it because of the limitedness of our time. Okay. So we will finish filing our presidential candidate, and then we'll outdoor our manifesto, which will also be a list of promises. At that time, would we become the chief imam or the amir of promises, and that the people of Ghana should not believe in us? So one group of persons can promise, but when another group of persons come to promise, it is not acceptable. What is this that we are doing?
Sabu.
Yes, Kwame.
Bernard is asking a question. What is this that we're doing?
You can see clearly Benamona is trying to seek refuge under the what do you call it, the clergy, by trying to
and you are magnifying
literally explain the statement as it is.
Explain it differently and let me see.
As the way, yes, you don't worry. As the vice president said it. Kwame, he said clearly that Mahama is now the new Archbishop of promises. Archbishops do not promise. The work of an archbishop, as in the church, are not promises. They preach. They teach out the ways of God. They do not give promises. So that is clear that you should know first. Secondly,
okay, hold on. Let me read this for you. I'm sure this will help you address this issue. I'm just reading it
Go ahead,
with a great respect to you.
Go ahead.
So, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has labeled former President and NDC President John Dramani Mahama as the new Archbishop of Promises. He says Mahama has been talking about many things he will do in a bid to woo Ghanaian electorates to vote for him to be president again, and has questioned the credibility of the former President Mahama's promises to Ghanaians, following Mahama's broken promises as president only for 4 years. Direct quote, Mahama has said he was not going to promise again, but today he keeps promising, and he is the Archbishop of Promises. That is why I am saying that the manifesto promises by the NDC is an empty one. He lacks credibility because he failed as a president and he was voted out. So that is what it is. So if this is anything to go by, it means that he is attaching the lack of credibility to the description given to former President Mahama in respect of the promises that he's making as an Archbishop. So if you say he's an Archbishop of Promises, it means, and they are saying he lacks credibility. Is that not? Yeah.
That is I forgot of my English. That is this English literature. I'll get it.
Metaphorical.
Metaphorical. Thank you very much. That's
metaphorical. You struggle then went to
please.
Yes.
Don't worry.
It happens sometimes.
I'm a Dogumba.
I said Bunkrugu before coming.
And I said I'm a Dogumba. I'm not an Englishman. It's a Bodo language that I'm using.
When you cannot speak
oh, please, man, I beg you.
The Gombas have a solid anchor on truth. So I know as a Gomba speak the truth.
Yes. And you know me too, my big brother. You know me.
Kwame,
you see, they've started their games. One, he used the word Archbishop. Archbishop is the highest position. How are you getting me? In the, what do they call it? Yes. In the
Christian,
the clergy. Yes.
No, the Pope.
No, the Pope. We have when you are friends with Catholics. Don't forget that we have different denominations. How are you getting me?
The diocese. So
yes.
Archbishop.
Yes. In Pentecostal, is there anything like Pope?
Please proceed.
So stop disturbing me. See,
and they have Archbishop.
Oh, let me come. So that's the highest. So he could have even choose to say that the President of Promises. He would have even choose to say that the Secretary General of Promises. So it is just the peak. Just people to know that he is on top when it comes to promises by using the word Archbishop. That's why I say it's a metaphorical statement that he made. But that does not necessarily mean that. Of course, if he had even used John Mahama as Archbishop, then it means that John Mahama is even religious and something of that sort. Of course, and the Archbishop are people who actually guide us rather against lying, giving empty promises, and what have you. So it is different. It is, it's a paradigm. Kwame, having said that, look, let me just brush this one aside because it's not something that I need to belabor myself much on it. Let me come. John Dramani Mahama, in the history of this country since 1957, who has promised more than John Dramani Mahama? Has there been any record in this country that a president went to parliament to even promise to the parliamentarian that he promised not to promise again? Who said it? Is it not there? Is it not there? Go and check in the archive.
But it was specific.
Which president? Which president? It was saying right from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah up to today.
His wife has even advised him not
who has ever gone to parliament? Not anywhere. Parliament. And promised parliamentarians that he promised not to promise again.
That statement was specific to an intervening act. That occasion at the time. I think it had to do with Danso.
Let me come. So now things can be qualified. Statements can be qualified.
No, but I'm saying that.
No. Statements can be qualified.
This was not a response. This was not a response to
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia made a statement.
No, I'm saying that this was not in response to the myriad of promises made. This was specific to an event.
In fact, let me borrow your word. The myriad of promises made on Danso.
Yeah, but this is a specific.
Yes,
it's a specific sector.
But there were myriad of promises on Danso
that he was going to fix it.
First, they said we have 60 bands. Only 2 or 4 are working. The others are not working. That is the problem. Then we shifted the goalpost from there. The water level is low. That is what it is. Then we shifted it from there. That there's a pipe, that West African gas pipeline is broken in the water around Togo. What and what? That's it. I can keep on counting the promises. And Danso was just swallowing us up to the neck. Companies collapsed. People even died through Danso. They lost their jobs and other things.
People are dying.
People were even in prison because of Danso, because they could not pay their loans. People's properties were confiscated by the banks and other things.
And now the banks are collapsed and people are dying.
Yes, to tell the jobs that Danso collapsed cannot be anywhere be compared to the collapsed bank.
Do you have the statistics?
It's a fact. No, I don't have it at hand right. But if you give it to me as a project, let me tell you. I don't have, of course, I'm not a liar. You know me. I will not say I have it on.
We're interrogating the
exactly. And I'm saying that if you give it to me as a project, me and you as a challenge, that we should work on it. Bring yours and mine, bring mine. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what Danso cost to this nation. Yes. And this man kept on promising us. What happened? Finally, when we came to resolve Danso, then he came and said that he shamefully that he brought all the things and that. Which of what you brought that is added to?
But Danso wasn't resolved by you.
No, Danso was resolved by us.
It wasn't.
Please.
It wasn't.
Please. Look at what. Please.
No.
What did you do to resolve it? What did you do?
Kwame.
Since you came, how many megawatts have you added to resolve it? How did that resolve?
Hold on.
Don't run faster than your legs.
Oh, no, don't be dishonest. This one is a dishonest argument. Don't attempt.
Your program, you been say what?
No.
That one they are bringing.
How can you say that
your
you
house?
They are bringing the dance, the game or whatever.
To your house, and you are meeting it.
This one
it will come to your turn, then you talk. Kwame.
Sabo.
Listen, Kwame.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Let's put politics aside and try to discuss the issues with national interest. Like I said, what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, I said that it is on record that the only president in this country who ever went to the House of Records, that is Parliament, only to tell them that he is making a last promise, not to promise again. It's no any other person than John Dramani Mahama.
You see this.
No,
you have to be honest. You are putting. You are just. You are taking a specific issue.
That is what I. But I guess that is his life. So let's allow him.
Today is Friday.
Oh, do that. Please.
Let's allow him.
Please.
Because what he said is just that it's specific.
And Dramani was mentioning
from you are going to the mosque.
Promises that, and he was even saying that what they call it, a manifesto is a wish list. Who told you so? Can just get up and just come and put something on a paper and come and tell people that this is your wish. Manifesto is an action plan. Things that you have thoroughly thought of, things that you have even experimented and have proofs and can actually even explain to a lay person to understand that yes, it's achievable. But a wish can never be, technically explained, but can only be said. So it can never be, manifesto can never be a wish list. Okay, so not quite apart from that.
I just wanted to draw attention to something respectfully. Okay. In appreciating the myriad of promises or the plethora of promises made by both parties, I think it's important to pull parity. What promises were made by your party? Because
I'll just come in there. I'll just come into the promises.
Please.
Okay. I beg you.
And how many? Because you made.
Forget. I'm here. You two don't run faster than your legs can carry.
No, I'm only asking questions.
Yes. Kwame.
I just want to know the promises you made. How many?
We have made a lot of promises.
Yeah.
And we have even taken Ghanaians by surprise. The level at which we are fulfilling these promises. I hope you are getting me. And let me even just leave those that he did not mention and go to where he mentioned. He was talking of one district. Is it one constituency, $1 million US? Is that not it? And he was also saying that we are relating it to projects that are being executed and the rest. Kwame, we have what do you call it? Coastal Development Authority. Is that not it? We have Northern Development Authority, and then we have the Zongo and Inner City Ministries and the rest. And then yes, I think that is it. And the middle, I think there's something like a middle belt. Yes. These are the places that these monies are being channeled through. Because you agree with me that, Kwame, if you have to take, like the way some people perceive, that a constituency like my constituency, Ayawasu East or Tamale Central, will take 1 million and then go and give it. Are you going to give it to the MC, the Member of Parliament, the chairman of the party or who is going to be in charge of this 1 million. But the view is that 1 million will be set aside for this particular constituency. And the agency that it falls under will manage that 1 million for the execution of that project. Kwame, and I think last time when we were discussing Zongo, I mentioned schools, libraries, and other things that were built just within these 4 years in the Zongo communities with the 1 million, one constituency resources. How are you getting me? 1 village, 1 dam, and what have you are all done with this 1 million, one constituency. The astroturfs that we are doing and the drains that we are constructing across the length and breadth of this country, roads and other things. Most of them are also done under this 1 million, one constituency. How are you getting me? Yes. So that one, I don't think it's a fair promise. It is on course, and we are actually making progress. He mentioned another thing. I've forgotten some of the things that he mentioned. All the things that he mentioned, he himself know that we've been executing all these things in our manifesto. I wanted him to have actually mentioned something in the manifesto that we have not even touched on at all. 1 district, 1 factory. Some of the factories are already working. They have employed people. We are even enjoying some of their products. How are you getting me? On the market and what have you. So when it comes to promises, yes, we have made a lot of promises and we have fulfilled most of the promises. Don't forget, even as we speak today, we are comparing NDC 8 years to NPP 4 years. And even when you compare just the 4 years of NPP to that of NDC 8 years with regards to promises and failed promises, you can see that in all aspects of these things, we are better off than the NDC.
What was the central focus of the NDC for after John Dramani Mahama took the reins of power? It was centered around
Danso. In fact, Danso. It was the biggest challenge John Dramani Mahama inherited from the late.
But there's that admittance. But there's that admittance. But there's that admittance even from some of your party stalwarts that this is a perennial issue. So it's not. No. It's an accumulated.
It's not perennial. There is something. Perennial. No, yes, it is something that comes yearly.
It's been
yearly.
Yeah, perennial. It's been there over a period. You see.
No. If you say, oh, look, you see, we are. When I say yearly. How are you getting me? It is something that occurs over the years. How are you getting me?
Right.
So that is it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that listen.
But I just want us to add. I'm saying that the central focus, for instance, of the NDC was on infrastructure. Infrastructure. And in that particular space, you cannot sit here and say they didn't perform.
Kwame.
Maybe hold on, sir. Maybe their attention was specific to infrastructural development. So in the area of health, in the area of building roads, in the area of the airport, that's transportation, and a few other sectors, they decided to invest hugely in that regard, to the neglect of others, which we can debate on, right? But to say that they made promises and did not fulfill those promises because of a perennial exigency that led to plunging the country into Danso is supposed to cover all the gains that they made in respect of their infrastructure development would be very disingenuous.
Well, I have listened to you very carefully. And let me start by saying this. There is no government in this country who has not done roads. Right from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah up to Nana Akufo-Addo. There is no government in this country who has not built schools. No. In fact, all the military mentioned, all of them, they have built schools. How are you getting me? These are things that we know are general to our governance system. But there are some unique things that some heads of states stand tall or makes them unique from the others. Like when you mention Akosombo, then Kwame Nkrumah stands tall in Ghana. How are you getting me? When you mention national health insurance, then you see, when you mention Get Fund, then General Raleigh stands tall. How are you getting me? When you mention free SHS, then Nana stands tall. So what do you mention and John Dramani Mahama stands tall? What? Mention.
Oh, he blocks.
But who didn't go schools? Even as we came, I haven't been to schools. You're not getting the arguments. Let me even come. No, that's what I just told you. Every government has done that. If you read Article 25, I think unless you want me to say what you want about. No, not at all. Yes, and I'm saying that's interrogating the issue. You know, every government. No, every government does something because they are supposed to. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely, and I'm saying that. You see, to the extent that with the grace of respect to you, to the extent that this is a deliberate policy idea of a particular administration to see to the execution of that particular policy is what we are talking about. Everybody built. All the governments have built their schools. But this one is a specific project. Let me give you a specific project in regards to education. Okay. When President Kufuor came to power, most of our schools, especially science schools, were not equipped with laboratory. Absolutely. He did it across the whole country. Absolutely. Is that not it? That's deliberate. That was not a deliberate this. It was. Thank you very much. Absolutely. So when we come to that particular regards, of course, President Kufuor stands tall. Kufuor had Let's come. If you read, not mention that one. Hold on. As something that makes Kufuor unique, because but that is unique. No, let me come. Other heads of states have done it before. If you read African peer review mechanism, it tells you that there was a deliberate attempt to expand our education space, which is why the Anamwa committee was put. No, you see, people are deliberate about policy. Listen. So yes, Nana Danso is the one who has amplified free SHS. But it doesn't mean that free SHS never existed. He has amplified it. Doesn't mean that free SHS does not exist. I'm saying that if you are talking about policy, where was free SHS before? What is it the constitution? You cannot show what was. You were mentioning, was it schools and the rest? Okay, let's say E-block makes John Dramani Mahama stand tall. How many E-blocks did he promise to build? 200. How many did he build? Complete one? 40 something. Out of 200? Yes. Give him percentage. I'm not good at maths, so you help me. 40. I built 40 out of 200. That's 1/5. So that's 20%. Yeah. It's a bigger achievement. It's a bigger achievement than the MPP. They are manufacturing. Oh, 40%. You mentioned. I'm coming. You got less than 50%. Let me come. Listen, Kwame. Let him finish. So even with that one alone, he failed. He failed in his promise. How do I get him? What is failure? I've just come to a conclusion. That's not why he has failed. He has not failed. How do I get him? He has failed. He has not even. Yes, he has not even scored a big match. It's not true. Let me come. Kwame. You let me compare with Nana and see that Nana will drive it. Okay. No, let's have one so that I can come to another one, please. Saba, I want to get again. Go ahead. I'm even losing my thoughts. Sorry. You see, with promises, we know there's NDC, there's MPP. Even today as we speak, we've all made promises. And it is left to Ghanaians to look at our past records and be able to tell that this kind of promise can easily be fulfilled by party A or by party B, or party B is lying to us because based on this and this and this and this and that, there's no way they can do this. Do you get me right? But per our records, right from President Kufuor up to President Nana Akufo-Addo, we have made promises that NDC made jingles out of them, and then including free SHS and the rest. In fact, health insurance. If you even remember, when we discovered oil, Ajongo, you remember, in Parliament, Ajongo and the rest. But at the end of the day, Ghanaians saw the realities in what we promised them. And I am saying that if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia refers to John Dramani Mahama as the Archbishop of Promises, what he clearly means is that the whole of Ghana, if you want somebody who promises and do not fulfill the promises, and you bypass John Dramani Mahama, then you are going to hell. Okay. So yes, and it is clear, and I think I've been able in the last few minutes that I've been speaking, been able to prove yes that indeed John Dramani Mahama makes empty promises. So in short, where my brother wanted to go, of course, Kwame, you have known me. I'm not a Christian, but I respect Christian values a lot because me as a Muslim,
which one is
my religion?
Which one is absolutely?
My religion teaches me to believe in the New Testament, to believe in the Old Testament, and to believe in the books of Psalms. And in Islamic, we call the New Testament Al-Injil. We call the Old Testament Al-Zabur, Al-Tawrah, and we call the book of Psalms Al-Zabur. How are you getting me? So, I don't think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, with this vast knowledge that he has about religion and the sensitivity in religion, will use men of God or the work of men of God to denigrate somebody.
Okay.
But he rather use their renowned position, that enviable position, that when it comes to faith promises, then John Dramani Mahama ends that enviable position.
At the top.
At the top.
Quick commercial break. When we return, we are now going to be listening to Honorable ABA Hussaini, who will be speaking to us pretty shortly. Honorable, please.
No,
before quick commercial break, stay with us.
Before your commercial break, let Sabo know that my Greater Accra chairman, Bala.
Bala can come.
Yes, and he's watching you.
Yes.
He said he doesn't like your beard, but I should share his greetings with you.
All right. Quick commercial break, please stay with us. Don't go nowhere.
He doesn't like the beard.
The beard.
After the beard,
He's my very good friend. Very good
there's
friend.
nothing wrong with the beard.
I can add some things to his statement. Hey, this is the first time your commercial break.
We've not called for the break. I've called for the break. Guys.
Yeah. Now, let's continue. I want to discuss issues.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Breakfast good day, every day. Every day.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying tuned to Pan African Television. Let me remind you that the WhatsApp number is 19. Share with your friends so they can get the opportunity to watch the morning show as well. Honorable ABA Hussaini, please. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Kwame, first and foremost, our people say that when you build a house with Salaba, it will be swept away or collapse with the next due. Okay? The MPP today is like a house that has fallen. You don't ask whether the roof is still standing. They are out. And by the grace of Allah, the verdict will come on December 7th. Kwame, they are talking about promises. Nana promised human beings, he promised God himself. Kwame, he finished all human beings, all manner of promise on the face of this earth. He went and promised God himself.
Oh, how?
Look at how they have devastated our lands from Parliament House. The promise in Parliament House.
You're talking about
the circle.
You're talking about
What is it?
the cathedral.
What did he say? Who the cathedral promise? He made it to who? The people of Mapuru. So even God himself, Kwame, the man himself has failed even God. Okay? He promised God and has failed God big time. So he has his day with the Almighty. Kwame, look at the judges' buildings and others which were there. Fantastic buildings built at the cost of the state. I remember, Kwame, we brought the finance minister before the house. And initially they were telling that state resources was not going to be involved in that project. Because when he made his promise to God, it was his private promise. He didn't need to use state resources to fulfill his private promise. Okay? So even that one, Kwame, he has failed God. And Almighty Allah would exact his own price. We are waiting to see. So Kwame, I will leave that. When you have failed God himself, after your case, they don't talk about it again. Your case is beyond, Nigerians say, your case is beyond the peers. It's like apartheid. You can't reform it. It has to be dismantled. His case has to be dismantled. It cannot be reformed. Because God himself has been badly let down by Nana Akufo-Addo. Okay? Kwame, I want to take this opportunity first and foremost to commiserate with the people of Mamprugu on the devastating consequences of the MPP policy and their shambolic implementation of the one village, one dam. Kwame, I'm sure you have heard when you just turned from Wale Wale, and you are going to Nalergu, Gambaga, Nalergu.
Just a good message.
On the road. Kwame, 4 villages in that area have been wiped off. Four villages.
By what?
By the catastrophic, shambolic, incompetent, and resource looting activities of the MPP in terms of the way they have implemented the one village, one dam. Terrible, Kwame. The waters have broken loose, and Kwame, they have collapsed the houses of all the people in the area. Today, as we speak, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who, when he was campaigning, told the people of Mampuru that when he becomes vice president, their place will turn into like New York.
Like Chebi.
I'm telling you, today, Kwame, go and see. Under his watch, Tafirle, he knows what Tafirle is. Has not been done for the people of Mampuru. And in addition, they have gone and collapsed through the implementation, shambolic implementation of the one village, one dam. Gone and collapsed the 4 villages in that area. Kwame, as we talk, hundreds of people there are homeless. The vice president has not even found it fit to visit them, his own kinsmen, to commiserate with them on this terrible disaster that has afflicted them. Kwame, and he's here talking. He is talking about promise. An armed robber pontificating morals to a pickpocket. Promises. Kwame, the man even told us that his own wife had told him that, look, where you have gotten to with your promises, please don't talk again. He told us, I mean, if you have a discussion with your wife in your bedroom, how would all of us have known? He himself, having felt ashamed about the level of promises that he makes, and anytime he opens his mouth, Kwame, we have already said it. Look at the position of the sun. And so we are talking about who is making promises. Who is the grandfather of promises in this country? Nana Akufo-Addo. Let me just give you one contrast between Nana Akufo-Addo and President Mama in terms of promises. And Sabo made machine. I'm going to react to it and clear the air for him. Nana Akufo-Addo in his promise said he is going to build 350 brand new senior high schools. Kwame Alai. I'm sure you have heard it.
But this promise was made in 2012. It has nothing to do with 2016.
So if you tell me in 2012, if you make me president, I'll build 350 senior high schools for you, Kwame, and by the grace of God, I'm president in 2017.
That's the meaning.
Kwame, listen to me. If I promise you that, Kwame, I promise you in 2012 that, Kwame, if you make me president, I will build an edifice worthy of this for your people to enjoy health facilities in your area. And by the grace of God, in 2017, I become president. That promise is no longer relevant.
It subsists in the 2012 promise.
So I'm saying that it doesn't matter that you made that promise to me.
But I made that promise to you
in 2012. In 2012, in 2012, I no longer matter in 2017 that the thing has not been done for me to benefit.
Was it what you?
Is that what you are saying?
But when I made that promise, you didn't vote for me. I made another promise and you voted for me.
I am saying that. Are you telling me that promise is irrelevant? that I see that building 350 senior high schools is materially beneficial for you. Is that not the case?
Well,
I can't make it. And you become president, not even single one. When you are one single senior high school he has not built. Compare that abysmal, shambolic record. President Mama says he's going to build 200 e-blocks. I lie. In the course of it, they start 124. Kwame, note the difference. They commence 124. Okay? And complete over 54. Kwame, compare that with the shambolic record of Nana Akufo-Addo. 0. He got absolutely nothing. 0. Compare 0 with 54 that was completed, and total was 124 at various stages of completion. Can you see how his Nana Akufo-Addo's record pales into insignificance? He cannot, by any logic, match the record of President Mahama at all. He should not even attempt it. Kwame, I'm indicating to you that even when we did an assessment of the NPP manifesto, they got 13.something%. Then this was charitable to give them 14%. Abysmal failure. If you go and write exams and you get 14%, you get, if you are at the senior high level, you get F. Big F. Full failure. So they have failed poto. The NPP has failed big time in their manifesto promises to Ghanaians. Kwame, you see, it's unfortunate that our brother Bamiyan, when there's always debt to clear, is the one they use. You push him to go and do all the dirty work. Meanwhile, his influence in the party, in the government, is minimal. When there are benefits and others, they treat him as second rate. Even people who work under him and they have certain districts, they find it difficult. The influence is not there. But he does all the dirty work. And for that one, I'll talk that one for him. Kwame. And you see that clearly this is something that no decent-minded person would take standing on the feet about your dignity. Kwame, Nana made, for the promises, we can't count. No government in the history, let me start from even opposition party. No opposition party in the history of this country has made promises than the Nana Akufo-Addo Bamiyan in opposition. Kwame, they promised everything under the sun, including telling people that under their watch, people's goats will deliver 4-4. And no longer just 2-2. They promised everything under the sun. They promised to make life in Ghana here a heaven on earth. They will open bank account for every Ghanaian. Our pockets will be full of money. Can you remember that?
Yep.
They said there will be plenty of money in our pockets.
So you don't feel it.
So even if I put my hand in your own pocket, even you people are chopping yafu. The rest of us in Ghana here, even sometimes people have.
Sabo doesn't even have money to start.
Okay.
You
see?
More.
No, after the fuel out there, because they have places they go.
They have coupons. They give them coupons.
It's not true. They go and see. But I am telling you that
I'm going to take it from you. So go and take the coupon from me.
I tell you.
I don't know. Maybe you know the car. Mouth. Okay. So you see,
someone will take the coupon for me. Yeah, honorable. Our time is almost.
Because I am just telling you that in their party,
our time is almost up.
The people on the distance, they are second rate. When it's order, he himself knows. He went and did all the hard job in Greater Accra. What did he do today? When the time came for glory, what did they show him? They showed him
this is a nice strategy.
They showed him his photo.
Always using this strategy
That is the stock of the NPP. They think that people that are second grade people they should use and dump. I am telling you what they are. That's why they use Dr. Bawumia for dirty jobs. And his influence is minuscule. That is what happens. You see? And I'm indicating to you that Kwame, these are people who promise us. You know, Nana, go and read the preface of the 2016 manifesto. You see, Nana, in the preface, Nana Akufo-Addo said he had traveled the length and breadth of the country and he saw difficulties and hardship Ghanaians were going. And that when he comes, he will operate a government of austerity and sacrifice.
Lean government.
Kwame, what has happened? This is the most opulent government in the history of the world. I'm not even talking of Ghana or Africa. the world. Can you tell me a situation where there are 130 ministers? In which country? Kwame, from the largest country in the world, China. China has 22 ministers. China, from whom we are going to borrow plenty money from. The government goes cap in hand, going to lie prostrate before them. They will even give them Achiwa forest to go and exploit. Kwame, they have 22 ministers. Nana Akufo-Addo has nearly 130 ministers. The most opulent government in the history of the world. Okay, where is the austerity and the sacrifice he promised Ghanaians? He himself, he is flying private jet, $19,000 an hour.
Oh, how?
Yes.
In which country?
$19,000 an hour. That is the president of the republic.
Oh, I don't believe.
And we have a presidential jet.
I don't believe.
$19,000. It is a matter of record.
$19,000.
$19,000 an hour.
I mean, where?
Take it from me.
Where?
$19,000 an hour. That is what he rented.
So if he's going to the UK, that's about 6 hours.
Yes, Kwame.
6 hours.
That is the opulence of Nana Akufo-Addo and his government.
Give us
okay.
the jet.
Kwame, that is why in the allocation, Kwame, the allocation they get almost 1.9 billion Ghana cedis to his office for opulent, reckless expenditure in his office. Kwame, in conclusion, Kwame, I've just started. Kwame, I won't even go into the promises of one constituency 1 million. Bernard had dealt eloquently with it. The reduction of corporate taxes, which he said, Nana Akufo-Addo said he will fight corruption. A lie.
True.
And especially using the ANAS principle, a lie. Today, corruption is fighting Nana Akufo-Addo. Woefully failed to fight corruption. Abysmal record on corruption. In fact, he has transmogrified into the status of the chief clearing agent for corrupt acts. If you have corruption and go and see that, they will clear you. And various evidences are bound from the Australian visa scandal when he cleared NMGD, and nobody can cite a copy of the report. Kwame, have you ever? We are in the media. Have you ever cited a copy of the report?
No, I haven't.
So why can't the government make the report available for all Ghanaians to see? Given the high stakes people had in it, cash for ski scandal, he will clear you. Okay, even to the point of Kwame, where even officials appointed by President Nana Akufo-Addo himself. At Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company made allegations against their chief executive. Okay, and said they were going to investigate it. He cleared all of them. He sacked all of them and cleared the chief executive. There were allegations at Gapoa, allegations at Bost. The 5 million missing contaminated fuel. It is there.
The 5 million liters.
Kwame, Galamsey, he promised he was going to fight Galamsey. I lie. Today, what has happened? They have turned the party. You see, party here, Sika. Today, MPP itself as a party is involved in criminal acts. Doing Galamsey is a criminal act. I lie. You see, party here, Sika, and they are taking concessions and doing party chairman, general secretaries, regional chairman, well, they are all doing Galamsey today. Galamsey, full scale. So even ordinary people who have concessions and they want to grab all the concessions from them and they are doing Galamsey. Because they say party here, Sika. They obey your pay.
Party here, there.
Party here, Sika.
No,
Campaign. You see, look at all that. I will not talk about borrowing. Where today, they themselves, they have lost count of even their level of borrowing. Today is so shameful to the sky. A government that in opposition claimed that borrowing is an act of mediocrity. And that, you remember the photos of Nana Akufo-Addo said, Yetisikasu, into come. Yetisikasu, into come there. And then Yetisika Bebresu, come here. And then Nana Akufo-Addo.
How many times do you want to explain to you?
Today, Kwame, they have borrowed, the IMF has done a debt distress analysis, and we failed it pot all. And he said that we are knocking on the brink of another epic. Under Nana Akufo-Addo. Kwame, the borrowing from independence,
with most of the things that he's
the borrowing from independence to the January 7 when President Mahama was leaving office was 120 billion.
Listen, that one how many thousand?
$90,000.
Kwame, today as we speak, we are hit over 260 billion plus, and we are going. More than 140 billion under Nana Akufo-Addo alone, and there's absolutely nothing to show for it. They can't show anything for it. Kwame,
in conclusion.
No, Kwame, in conclusion, what has President Mahama promised? These are very doable and verifiable things that are there.
Kwame, I want to give us some few days.
Why? He says that.
Read small messages.
He says that, Kwame, why? He will legalize and regulate Okada. Ally. Is it not doable?
I don't know that one yet.
Legalizing this, we will bring the legislative framework to Parliament to make sure that we legalize, we pass it, and Okada will be legalized.
Why?
It's easy.
Is Parliament just going to pander to the whims and caprices of the executive?
Because they see that it's a good policy to do. That Okada is a reality today for us. That is a job creation venture, which when properly regulated has benefits for this country.
Thank you.
Okay, Kwame. He said that those excavators, which excavators under Nana Akufo-Addo are green wings and flew. Excavator, caterpillar. Kwame, look at how if a guinea fowl flies, is it news? Kwame, is it news for a guinea fowl to fly? But it is news for a caterpillar to fly. Just if you what? Just wait. No. I am just saying that even Bernard, if a guinea fowl flies, is it news? If a dog bites a man,
then I said one caterpillar can buy
the guinea fowl. I'm just saying that Kwame, if a guinea fowl flies, is it news?
No.
But have you ever heard a caterpillar fly?
So you agree?
No, I know a caterpillar.
Have you heard caterpillar fly?
I know Aboboya can fly.
Even Aboboya, motorbikes, Aboboya, Absada, they all flew. And when we were even watching that, this is the wonder under Nana Akufo-Addo. He did a bigger wonder for caterpillar to fly.
Thank you.
Customers
of
all collapse banks. Immediately they found the money.
All right, thank you.
You understand?
Thank you.
When we said that we are going to repeal the law on salvage vehicles, what has happened?
They reversed
that. We will licensor exams.
They've cancelled it.
We'll stop it. We will abolish double track.
Thank you very much.
These are verifiable things, President Mahama.
Thank you.
And that is what we are saying, that there's a huge difference between the NPP and the
NDC.
This is a people's manifesto.
All right.
Versus that one of a bunch of aristocrats sitting somewhere.
All right.
Patriarchally assuming that they have the wisdom and monopoly of thought in their minds.
Okay.
And that the rest of Ghanaians, we are so ignorant and stupid that they should craft manifesto. That is the difference. The NPP, they don't respect Ghanaians. They have no iota of respect for Ghanaians.
Thank you.
That is why Ghanaians will teach them a lesson on December 7 that their arrogance and stiff necks with which they approach issues concerning the people is so warped and lopsided that they will teach them.
A big lesson.
Who are the real custodians?
Thank you very much, Honorable Lady Fuseni, for that succinct delivery. Hello. This one says, Mr. Kwame, I want you to kindly tell my friend in the MPP, of which I am also a part, that it is time we call a spade, okay? The truth must be said. Former President Mahama promised that he will fix the said Danso, and which he did fix it, including water shortages, 4 gallons. I am an MPP fan, but I can attest to that fact. Tell him the MPP is giving us blatant lies, and so I'm with GUM now. All that my party MPP is doing is to show photos and drawings. They show them on TV thinking that the Ghanaians cannot see or discern. The Takashi, hold on, the Takashi, hold on, gentlemen, the Takashi that my party MPP is doing must stop. Ghanaians are discerning. He said, look at the Kukuo black pot, telling Asanka that it is black. That is black. I rest my case. I'm now for GUM. I'm Lati from Teshi. Thank you, Lati, for your message. This one says, the MPP man cannot compare ex-President Kufuor's achievements to that of Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo's best achievements are corruption and brutalities. So he should not defend lies. This one is from James. Hey, now people are employing today is Friday strategy. The guy was on today's Friday. How can Dr. Bawumia play Sakawa on his own people? Check the fact. In December 2019, you cut a sword for a supposed regional hospital to be built in Wale Wale, claiming that the construction was to start the following month and it will be financed by GMPC. 2, you told the people of Gambaga that you are bringing them a regional hospital. So from your own mouth, 2 regional hospitals will be built in Northeast, your home region, in Gambaga and Wale Wale. From the mouth of your regional executives, your own people in the Northeast will get 1 hospital. The big question, though, is, Dr. Bawumia, how many regional hospitals are you building in Northeast? What will the VIP then be called if he's calling Muhammad Archbishop of Lies? This one also says, good morning to you, Kwame. In fact, Asinfosu, you sent this one in from thanks Addison from Asinfosu. You see what I told you guys, I dislike, don't attack personalities, just state your facts, deal with your issue, and I'll read them out here for you. Nana said he is going to make Accra the cleanest city in West Africa. Is Accra clean now?
Accra, which one corner? Every corner you pass, just tell me. Every corner, just go out here. When you go 10 left. When you go 10 left, filth. They are throwing in the rest. What are the ballers? You see, you start
even as a bushy. You find baller there.
Every day, death. One baller.
This one is from
baller everywhere.
Atinga Samson Bongo Fio says, good morning, Kwame. Kwame, please do dedicate your time to read text messages. Without us also, and without you, nothing can work. Okay, but what Ghanaians can remember for is the admission of corruption, and corruption is as old as Adam, which paved way for unaccounted for Ghana.
I hit them.
It is for the reason that President Rawlings is not at peace with the NDC for not jailing Kufuor's corrupt officials. Thank you for your message this morning. This one says, good morning to you, KO. The JDM is the only option that can rescue Ghanaians from this nepotistic government. We are behind JDM. Julius Clenham Shito from Wei.
Kwame, let me say something better. And
your thoughts are not better than the.
Good morning to you, Kwame.
You see your attitude.
You know this MPP government has no credibility. The only thing they can do is to insult Muhammad. This one is from Johnny in Adenta. This one also says, hi, we teachers are really suffering. The legacy arrears claimed being paid is not true. We want our legacy arrears. If not, we will show this government that we are not kids. From Remy in Laura. Good morning to you, KOD. Ask Sabo that if Baumia, in his description of President Mahama as the new National Chief Imam of Premises, what would he have said? Sir Bash from Takwa sent in this one. Babamu from Tamale says, KOD, at a point I thought Honorable Obi Husseini was giving a story. Very funny. If Baumia said, if you want someone who makes promises and does not fulfill them, and you bypass JDM, that you won't get anyone. And I want to tell him that if you want someone who can tell lies more than anyone, you bypass Baumia, you won't get anyone. Popular liar, Ali from Tamale sent in this one. Okie dokie. This one also says Dr. Baumia doesn't have any influence in the MPP and government. He is always motivated to tell lies and attack John Dramani Mahama. That is his job. He is not a vice president. Good morning to you, KOD and your panelists. I'm enjoying your show live from Navrongo. Please tell Bernard Mana that I'm always happy whenever I see him and I need his contact. This one says, good morning to you, Kwame. My question is, has President Akufo-Addo's promise to build a cathedral during the 2017-2020 expired? And so if he wins the election, he will not build it again. You said that his promise to build 350 SHS in 2012 has not expired and does not apply, or has expired and does not apply in 2016. Yakubu, you are referring to me.
No, Bernard.
MPP has nothing to show. MPP now says in every electoral system there are challenges. Why didn't they face the challenges of the old voters register? Marcus Garvey from Navrongo. Good morning to you, Kwame. Please don't waste your time on Baumia from Mohammed in Kumasi. This one says this Jim Mensah and his deputy are not credible and can't be trusted. You see, there's one thing that people have started doing, which I think you guys should be very wary of. Don't give people the oxygen to misbehave. When you begin to admit that they are engaged in something fishy, is to accept that whenever they do something which is inimical to whatever, it means that should be the norm. I mean, like for instance, who say, as for Akufo-Addo, when he loses, he won't accept it. No, don't tell. When he loses, he must accept that he's lost. That's the Ghana we have to build, though.
That is
so
not an option.
I've been hearing that a lot.
You have lost.
No, Bernard, you're not getting it.
Let me tell you.
But haven't you?
What he's saying is that
you don't get it.
Like, for instance,
you are building people
in the run up to the 20.
You're building people.
No. Let's see. Even in the US debate,
Donald Trump,
and then Joe Biden reminded him that Joe Biden will accept, and that's why. Trump will accept because there is no option to accept.
He will be taken off.
So whether Nana Akufo-Addo likes it or not, when he loses, he better accepts it so there's no
whoever loses must accept. Whoever loses must accept.
So you be swept away. I think you are making a very valid statement. And this reminds me of what John Dramani Mahama said recently.
That if it's a flawed election, you won't accept.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's a caveat.
No. There's a caveat. No. Let me come.
With the grace of respect, there's a caveat.
Let me come. Of course, we did not accept 2012 elections.
Because it was flawed.
Isn't it? And we went to court. And court determined. Is that not it? So his statement, what did he mean?
That they won't accept a flawed election.
So
what is subsequent to that? What is subsequent to that is unknown.
Go to court.
No, I'm just saying, no, it's not about court. You just say
no. You see, you will beat him to leave office. So you are the people preparing grounds for
what?
Protest in case
the election is fraud. That and let me tell you, those who lose the election, you have no option. You have no option to accept it.
I think that
the outcome.
My argument is that we don't need to condition the minds of people into thinking that when they lose they won't accept.
He prepared the minds of the end.
Absolutely, but I also think that it's imperative to look at the context within which that statement was made. Because you have a process. You see, people are questioning the credibility of the Electoral Commission, for instance.
Is it the first time he's going to
and
doesn't to know what it takes to
the processes leading to the event is very crucial.
Yes.
So we need to make sure that we clear all doubt in the process.
I agree with you.
So that when the event happens,
yes, prior to 2012 election, we had a very strong decision against the EC chair, isn't it?
Yeah.
So many things that we say were not considered, isn't it? But do we take Nana Akufo-Addo to come and say that if the election is...
Thank you very much, Sabo.
Thank you. What did he say?
Thank you.
He never said...
Anita, hold on, gentlemen. Thank you. If you Google who is the biggest... Honorable, thank you. I'll see you guys. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you very much. And thank you, Sabo. Thank you, Banabona. I'll see you guys on Monday. My name is Kwame Owusu Danso. Do have a very wonderful day. Bye-bye.
It's the anti-imperialist week of struggle. Hello there. The Socialist Forum of Ghana, SFG, will join progressive forces around the world to celebrate the